TSN's latest trade bait board is out. Elias Lindholm and Chris Tanev, Jake Allen, Monahan, and Sean Walker talking trade bait. And we've got more. We've got Tarasenko and Hanifin, Duclair, Kuzmenko, Labushkin too. We're talking trade bait with Craig Button, our good friend, back from Gothenburg, Sweden, where he was calling the World Juniors and having a terrific time and celebrated a birthday last week too. So happy belated, Craig. Great to see you. And you didn't see all the Flames on that board because we only had room for 10. But you know who's at number 17? Jacob Markstrom is on our trade bait board at 17. And Craig, you know as well as I do, we saw Dustin Wolf look pretty good earlier this season. He is for sure the goalie of the future in Calgary. So with so many teams, Craig, looking for goaltenders, and you and I know who those teams are, Jake Markstrom, worth taking a chance on and worth the Flames dealing him if they really want to tear this down in Calgary.
There's no way they should trade Jacob Markstrom and then throw Dustin Wolf to the Wolves. There's no way you want to do that. Jacob Markstrom has a couple years left on a contract. It's a really good contract. He's a backbone of the team. And now you want to ease a young goaltender into the mix. And when you take Markstrom and you have that kind of safety net, pun intended, that becomes really important for a young goaltender. If I'm Craig Conroy, there's only one way I'm trading Jacob Markstrom, and that's if I get a haul that I simply can't say no to, that a team forces me to say, okay, I guess I have to do this. Other than that, not even thinking about trading Jacob Markstrom.
All right, I love that intensity from you, Craig. You're coming back, firing on all cylinders. At number 9, I mentioned Andrei Kuzmenko. He's been, you know, the outlier of an otherwise perfect season for Vancouver, right? 39 goals last year. This year, he is absolutely in Rick Tocchet's doghouse. The poster child for Rick Tocchet's doghouse right now. He is on the market. Vancouver's talking to other teams about him. Would you move on from Kuzmenko, especially considering, Craig, that Vancouver's just rolling so well without him right now?
Yeah, well, you're rolling. And the thing with Andrei Kuzmenko is he's a very talented player. He's a player that came in as a rookie and performed exceptionally well. He's in a good age bracket, and he's got a good contract for how he performs. If you're a team and you're looking for that type of player, Andrei Kuzmenko would be a terrific addition to your team. And certainly it would be interesting to see what the Vancouver Canucks could get in return. What's fascinating to me, it was like Connor Garland was going to be moved. Now Connor Garland stays. He's got a good contract. Kuzmenko, who had the fabulous year last season, you know, I'd be really careful if I were the Vancouver Canucks. Now, that being said, if you can get something that strengthens your team in another area and really helps you move forward, third line center, that might be a really good area to look at. And if Kuzmenko is the price to get that player, then I think that maybe you could look at that. Well, maybe we should just go right back to number 1. Maybe if Calgary Flames could get Andrei Kuzmenko, maybe the Vancouver Canucks with Elias Lindholm, maybe that's a deal that could be made.
Wow.
How do you like that? We're deal makers now, Jay.
But
we're
not
deal
one,
makers.
But not
anyway,
one for one, right? Vancouver would have to sweeten that pot a little bit.
Why would Vancouver have to sweeten it? You're giving up a 30-plus goal scorer with a good contract. I know he could be a free agent in a year, but at the same time, you're looking at Elias Lindholm, and he's an unrestricted free agent. What I'm trying to point out here is that a fit for the Vancouver Canucks in trading Kuzmenko is a third-line center. Now, I think Elias Lindholm is more than that, but maybe there's something to be there. Oh, by the way, they have a trading history this season.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, stranger things have happened. I want to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs and Ilya Samsonov. Back at practice with the Leafs Wednesday. Craig, he was just sent down to the Marlies a week ago. Got through waivers, went down to the Marlies, working on his conditioning, working with coaches privately. Are you surprised how quickly Ilya Samsonov is back with the big club?
Well, no, I'm not surprised. I mean, I think the plan was to get him out of the spotlight of the Toronto Maple Leafs spectrum and then get him into a place where he could work on his game. So that's what he's gone and done. You know, they're getting reports every day from the goaltending coach and understanding where he's at. And when you have to understand too, you don't want Hill to be sitting on the bench. You need him to be playing. it's great that he came up. It's great that he was a backup. Martin Jones has started the games, but Dennis Hilleby needs to play. And having him play in a backup role is going to help him. Now, does that mean Samsonov will play? No, but I think it's a switch. Get Hilleby playing. And Ilya Samsonov has had an opportunity to go work on his game, try to rectify some of the problems that he's had, and now they can bring him back and be with the big club.
Very quickly, Craig, Corey Perry now can sign with any team in the NHL. He's a free agent. Well, any team but the Blackhawks, we assume. Would you take a chance on Corey Perry? Absolutely,
100%. Corey Perry has lots of game left, and certainly now with the news that he's been cleared by the NHL and the commissioner, if you're a team interested in that and player can help you and help you when it really matters, playoff time, get after Corey Perry.
I couldn't agree more.
No problem getting him in my lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Craig, guess what? You're working this Saturday. I'm working this Saturday. I'm going to talk to you on Saturday on a special edition of this show. Can you believe it?
My head's popping off. You're working Saturday?
I know.
You've never worked Saturday in your life.
It's true.
Why do you have to work Saturday?
It's actually in my contract to not work Saturday.
The world is stopping.
Craig, you're the best. We'll talk to you Saturday. Pete Carroll's out as Seahawks coach. Luke Wilson standing by to talk about it. SportsCenter with Jay Onrait, brought to you by Harvey's. It's a television program.